street attack training methods, we have some protective equipment. Could I just have those, Mike?
Sure.
No, to train in street attacks, it's a very difficult manner. It's very difficult to get away from being a martial artist. And if you're going to be a martial artist in a street-wise situation, you're going to be a beaten martial artist. You've got to learn to take your martial art, as I said before, and turn it into a fighting or a self-defense method. And the way we do that is, we simply have someone put on all the protective equipment and attack someone with full brute strength as you would be attacked in the street, and the person being attacked has to defend himself against that. So the way we do that is, I put on all the gear so that I'm not going to get hurt when he strikes me, and I attack him. Now all I'm going to do here is just do it slowly at first, right? But the whole idea, keeping in mind, the whole idea is to hit me before I hit him. So if I come in with a roundhouse punch, for instance, the golden premise is to get out of the way of it first and strike simultaneously as you get into it. So if I come to him, I'll have to move out a little bit, with, say for instance, just a roundhouse, bang, and he strikes me on the head as I come in. Now it's up to me to use as much power to really try and get him, but it's also up to me, if he misses, I've also got to have the control to pull my punch so that I'm not going to knock any of my students out or friends out. So as I attack him, and he's attacked me on the front of the face, I use a lot of different attacking methods. I can use that, for instance. I can just come at him with a straight punch, and so on. We're a little bit limited here. The next method we have, we can either use something like this, so that you're not going to hit your partner on the head to hit it, or you can use training stick, which is one of these sticks here, which is pretty good for bopping people on the head with, which is what I prefer to use. Now, so what you've got to do this time is to block it down. I'm going to do a strike to his knee, and he does the same block down, and I'm immediately going to come, it's just a block to the knee and the upper block to the head. He's got to bring it straight up over his head again and block over his head. Now it's very difficult getting these two. Once again, these are not actual techniques, they're training methods to get your body doing something very quickly. So I'm going to block down to his knee and then up above his head. Now so you've got to get that very, very quickly, because I'm going to do it very fast. I'm going to do down to his knee, bang, bang, straight onto his head. You see, let's try that again. That's it, good. Again. Down. That's it, good. Down. That's it. And so that just becomes fun, and you do it on both sides, of course. What we do in the class is, they're just standing there, and all of a sudden I'll just rush at them, with this thing on, of course, and they have to hit me as quickly as possible with anything. So Jim's going to put his head down, just attack. Boom! Alright? And there it is. Basically, I'll just do it slowly again here. Boom! It's just a straight out jab to his face, and that'll take anyone's nose out. And they're straight down on the ground. So that's what we do in the classroom. We're just standing around, all of a sudden someone will just run at me, boom! And there you are, belt him in the nose. That hand, bang. Snake fingers to the eyes. So simultaneous block and attack. Ben, sit down please. Okay. How's that? Alright? Alright? Want to hit it again? Oh, I didn't think so. Sit down, darling. Okay, so she's throwing the punch to my nose. All I've got to do here, do it again. Now if I go like this, she's just going to hit my hand. But I've got to get the...
Okay, let's go into some Tai Chi form now. Okay, now it's essential with these things you don't hit them hard, really. My first one, I don't know, must have been 15, 20 years ago. It was a fantastic thing. And literally, I mean, you couldn't hit it with full power, but you could hit it really well. And I've not found one so far that you can have. Now this is supposed to be the same as the one I had in Australia, but it's not, for some reason. The one I had in Australia was a big white one. The kids used to run around with when they were this big, you know, as playing spacemen in it. And it was a fantastic one. You know, I think you might have seen, I think way back in my early videos, I think it's MCG3 even. And I was able to hit that fairly well, as long as the person braces himself, of course. You have to brace yourself. But we're not going to hit it hard because we don't want anyone with kinked necks or anything. The only reason we're wearing these is so that you can get an idea of what you're doing correctly, you see. So it's much better to be able to hit this lightly than always just pulling your punch. So it's much better to be able to hit this lightly than always just pulling your punch. You've got to be careful when you do this because it can slide down and hit. That's where a pair of gloves would really come in handy, or a pair of these things. A pair of those things might be advantageous if we all got some of the. They're still bloody. You can't take a whack with them, but at least you're not going to graze, cut your skin or, do some real damage. But they do. I used to have one, it was made out of, the whole thing was made out of sauerbraten, and you could take a fairly good whack with it. But these ones have got wood inside them. So, but at least they're better than just the wood,